The ads aren't working, the shadows don't shine, and Julia is furious. Who's to blame? A star producer comes to the rescue with some tough advice. Also in this episode, an attempt to escape problems into the world of art. A trip to the theater, dinner at CIMAC, and a prophetic meeting with the owner. This collection of shimmering shadows should be a bestseller, but instead of a dazzling glow, the screen shows dull footage. Julia blames the videographer, Sergey, while the team blames the makeup artist and a series of unfortunate events. Can the team reach an agreement and learn their lessons to save the collection?
Only one person is responsible for the shot, the one looking through the lens. I wrote him a very long manual that I called Liquid Jewels. Imagine that you're not filming cosmetics, but liquid jewels. Every drop of our gloss is like melted pearls and crushed diamonds.
In my shots, everything looked perfectly fine to me, at least to me. But apparently not enough for it to be marketable. Basically, it just didn't meet her expectations.
We were following a plan where he'd film all the shadows, edit one video for one shade, we'd approve it, and then the rest would be edited the same way. And it turned out we only had one shade that didn't shine enough, and we showed it because we didn't have any other shades ready yet.
Well, come on, show me the video that's causing all this debate. I like it all, so what's the problem?
We're basically working based on what we're capable of doing. But if we see it's not done right, well, we're selling a sparkle. But there's no sparkle on the eyes.
He's actually, well, in my opinion, he's very good. In terms of overall filming and product shots, he knows how to edit and set up the lighting.
But it wasn't just about the shimmer.
Well, also the fact that, yes, it was a combination of things.
The shadows themselves were applied poorly.
Yes, basically it turned out that on all fronts things weren't great. But overall it was good. I mean, in terms of product shots, the video and the editing, it really did look stylish. He has the experience, he can do it. We just need to, well, talk more.
Friends, I'll tell you even more. For those who've been to Japan or are into Kanban and all those trendy management systems, all the Jira systems and others came from them. I think you'll understand me. So in Japanese factories, there's always a lever on the floor. And anyone, regardless of their position, can pull that lever and stop the assembly line if they see something is wrong.
He could have, said stop there, but again it was a matter of time and deadlines. Sergey was basically doing what was generally required of him, but because there was so little time and limited resources overall, since we only have 2 girls filming, for SMM the result wasn't quite perfect, and that's basically why the conflict happened.
I would have, of course, finished it all, polished it up and so on, but you see, they tell me they set these limits that I have to shoot 12 videos in a week and hand them in on Friday. So I come in on Monday, and by Friday I have to deliver the videos. If we're talking about putting even more work into each video, well, you need people, you need time.
He said, I'll work 3 days, 2 days a week. We said, fine, please, work 2 days a week. It's more convenient for me to edit at home. We said, fine, please, edit at home. I went up to him and asked why it looked so bad on camera with the glitter and everything. He said, I need a white wall. I told him, you'll have a white wall. And we made a white wall. What didn't I do in terms of teamwork? What else can I possibly do? Where is the level of my responsibility for the result?
That takes time.
Let's distribute the responsibility among everyone, making sure it's fair and balanced, yeah. Then we need to talk to everyone about how things should be so that everyone is clear on what needs to happen.
And Ksenia is worried about Sergey, who doesn't care at all about what Ksenia is worried about. My God, that's so typical of women. It's such a purely Russian story.
Well, you can think I'm an idiot, but I don't understand why, for example, when a makeup artist does the girl's makeup, they don't see that the mascara has flaked off. Why was Sergey supposed to see it, but the makeup artist didn't notice? And it's all fine?
In this whole situation with these videos, yeah, the ones people are watching, never mind that those bad videos were shot, what just amazes and really saddens me is that the girls can't distinguish cause and effect.
In this case, I don't know exactly what the cause is. I mean, whether the product itself isn't shiny enough, it was applied incorrectly with the wrong technique, or the lighting solution was wrong. It's hard to say. Maybe it's everything at once. It's a combination of factors. Who's to blame? Blame me. I'm the one responsible.
No, well, you started the conversation by saying it's teamwork, and everyone is to blame except Sergey.
No, no one took the responsibility off him. I'm saying that you shouldn't shift all the responsibility onto him.
And what kind of responsibility should he have?
The video turned out wonderful.
Oh, the video turned out wonderful. Usually, everything looks much better on camera than in real life. But what I saw is like exactly the opposite. They're much cooler in real life. The glow we see is so magical, just like liquid jewels. But what I see on the screen is if you've taken on a job and if you're not ashamed to enter it into some kind of competition, then, well, it's a decent piece of work. But if you're going to say later, well, oh, it's just the company, they have a bad camera or something else. Well, that means, first and foremost, that you don't know how to work. Anyway, in short, I'm upset.
I understand that in this case, I was the overall connecting link. I'm just, well, not quite to that extent, an art director. If I were the art director, then it would have been fully delegated to me. I see, as I said, one thing while Yulia Alexandrovna demands another. I sort of convey this to Sergey, but I realize that the result she wants is still, well, right now, at this moment, not happening.
I come in, I've thought of something. Sasha envisions it one way, I envisioned it another, Yulia Alexandrovna a third way. So we all get together, I'm not happy. Sasha's running around stressed because we haven't submitted anything. Well, everyone's upset, but in fact, time's been wasted, people worked, everyone tried, and they did their jobs honestly, but since this coordination and pre-production meetings aren't set up, no brainstorming at all, I think that, well, that's why we're all suffering.
There's no direct specific communication between Yulia Alexandrovna and Sergey.
What might be shiny enough for one person, for example, might not be shiny enough for another. That's also an issue.
We have the best sparkles in Russia right now. They're twice as large as any other sparkles sold by other brands. But for some reason, anyway, we need to show all of this. Hi.
Yes, glad to be here. I've arrived.
Today we're going to be grilled by Katya, right?
You're going to be grilled today. My name is Katya Kantemirova. I'm a producer. I film commercials, I film content, but I promised not to be the bad cop. To be honest, I'll give a completely fair professional assessment that won't have any hidden agendas aimed at upsetting anyone, but simply to help the team move up a step higher. And now we're going to go discuss it.
I thought after all that we need someone with real-world experience, but at the same time with an outside perspective, someone who's worked on major projects, but who also understands what marketing is and understands what PR is.
Katya, save us. Help us find the root of the problems. Why isn't the creative work converting into sales? How can we build PR without stifling the creators, but still save the business?
What do I see right now? An operational bottleneck. We've just come to you, and your designers are giving the brief to the videographer. A brief? That's the technical assignment, sorry guys. It doesn't work that way. Do you know why? Because a designer draws while a videographer films. I just clearly understand that if my art director tells me, Katya, I want to do video, I'd say, God forbid, never in a million years.
I've been here, yes, managing Latte since 2024, but I still can't quite bring myself to that a brand should make a profit. I hate money. I just really think that it is actually the main cause behind all of the tragedies and problems that we see. And that's why I feel so strongly about it. And it's the worst thing humanity has ever invented, money. And honestly, people who worship it, really, really annoy me, seriously.
If you look at money, not from the current perspective, but look at it as a tool that allows you to grow the company.
Yes, now that interests me.
We need a business to make money, not in the sense of being greedy, not to buy a 25th car, new shoes and all that. We need it so the company grows and to avoid the operational problems we have now.
If you scroll through the product cards, some have the phrase "in the name of love" right on the cover. Maybe that's why it looks a bit confusing and unconventional, because Well, everyone's used to brands being created to increase the wealth of their owners.
Look, the in the name of love concept sounds great, but it doesn't give a promise to your customer. You're talking very coolly now about how a woman should be happy.
Yes?
You put on some sparkly eyeshadow and you're happy.
Yes.
Try to tweak the wording because yes, it's all for love, but at the same time, that phrase means almost nothing. Half the internet has cards like that. You need to differentiate from the other guys on the market. I'm convinced that this eye here with the beautiful foxy lash is in every fifth.
And do you know that's a bestseller for us?
Most likely.
A bestseller.
How much do the girls on the product cards resemble your buyers? 5% because, well, look, I'm 38. I open a card. There's a woman with these just perfect teeth with very beautiful big lips up to the tip of her nose. I can't associate myself with the image. Can something be done about this? Yes, it can. Where do we start? Let's start with the structure, because right now there's nothing to set up and layer. These important processes that should be in any company. And please think about what money means to you, because in this project, it's a great tool for you. Because as soon as you reach profitability, as soon as you start not just handling financial issues, but making the company profitable, what does that mean for you? The fact that you hire a videographer who, damn, shoots for Kim Kardashian's lip glosses. Have you ever done an in-depth analysis of this audience? We know that you have 25 to 60 plus.
Yes, sure.
What's the share? Right.
Yes, since we work with marketplaces, they have every buyer digitized. And so we even know the breakdown.
Let's take that and see what language we can use to speak to each of them. Because within one lip gloss, you can speak to the 25 audience. 35.
And so on, you see. So then I'll ask another provocative question, the most important one for me. Is it possible to speak in our own language? Can we make it so that we speak our own language and the audience that comes to us understands what we're saying? Meaning not following the audience, not adapting to the audience, but saying what we want, how we want, and being understood.
It is. But first, people have to find out about you. There's a cool brand called Viva La Vica. Do you know what she did?
What?
She said, I had a dream that my jewelry would be worn by stars in England, world-class artists. She shows how she's walking through the streets of London. She says, I know where David Beckham lives. I'd really like to give him, well, like our trinkets.
Yeah.
At that moment, David Beckham walks out. I say, hello? He says, hello, and I've brought you some trinkets. Hugh Grant, I know, I was just at his restaurant here, having lunch recently, and they told me he's here in the mornings. And then she films herself giving Hugh Grant the Viva La Vica trinkets at the table. That's what PR is. PR isn't always about coming and saying, guys, we can't pay you for a post. Sometimes you come and say, listen, I like you so much, just because, please, let's do something cool together. Like you did in the episode about Cosmopolitan, about voice.
You know, I tried doing that with Russian stars and we gave away tons of boxes and no one ever called back, even though we were ready to make a collection at our own expense. So we didn't need money or anything. We just wanted it to be a collaboration.
Because the beauty market here is very oversaturated and a lot of artists, celebs, and bloggers already have that. But you know what the problem is? They're failures. And do you know why? Because first you sell a good product, but then it turns out when everyone reads the ingredients in some beauty review, they say, oh my God, and that's it. You see, it all falls apart. And people just don't trust celebrity cosmetics. Look, PR is already the final stage because you have to enter into communication with a product that's tailored for the audience.
How to make a splash in Russia. Like how to make enough noise so that we're recognized.
You should make a splash when your foundation is solid.
That's it, no splash for us, friends. Do you agree this needs to be reshot?
The emotions have settled. Yulia returns to the office with a clear head. Her task isn't to find someone to blame, but to soberly assess what can be saved and what must be reshot immediately.
Well, this right here.
Well, here it's really like lacking.
This is good.
This is actually already quite serious, you know.
Yeah. But you know, I also feel it's lacking. It's missing a bit under the eyes here on the tip of the nose. The lips should be done, I think, you know, with gloss. They should be glossy, don't you agree? It's not as critical as I thought at the very beginning. They just showed me the most unsuccessful video. They should have shown the best one, I think. Now that I'm looking at it, I see that it's, well, good. Ah, look here, how bad it is. Look, there are bald spots. Let's do this. The video is good, the product shots, how they sparkle, good, but let's add some glamour and show how the shadows look on the eyes on a scale that is absolutely impressive. Maybe it makes sense to do a small swatch on the hand, yeah.
We could, for example, show the finger during application, the fingertip.
Yes, the fingertip.
Impressive.
Yeah, I got all worked up and worried, and here's why. We've waited so long for this collection. We have 12 shades. That's more than anyone else on the market. The sparkles are the very latest. Our sparkles are twice as large as any other competitors. So this magnificent sparkle collection should be a top seller right now. But it turns out we only have the product cards. The designers did an A+ job, but there's no video. And without video, people don't buy on marketplaces. By the way, today we're going to a brilliant play. It's called Madame Rubinstein. It's a play about the main beauty guru, if you will, of the past. And Madame Rubinstein was an outstanding woman, and her life was full of struggle too. But she was the one who clashed with Elizabeth Arden. So these two great women clashed in the beauty field to see who was the boss.
Disputes are in the past. It's time for inspiration. The team is going to the theater for a play chosen by Julia. They've prepared a small gift for great art. Evening Moscow and the New Year's atmosphere heal disagreements better than any meetings.
I'm a Zoomer.
I love theater, but I don't really go unless I'm invited.
Well, not often. But yes, I enjoy going.
Oh, it's been a while, to be honest. To give you an idea of how much of a Zoomer I am, I say CHDKDPDP.
I don't go that often either, unfortunately. Work doesn't allow it.
The most dedicated Zoomer in our group. The last time we were at the theater was for the summer corporate event. The production of 12 by Nikita Mikhalkov. There were so many of us, he was shocked, and we were doubly shocked. Thank you very much to your team.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Passing it on to you, thank you. Thank you so much, it's great here. It's truly a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Vika, Polina, come on, well, somewhere.
Why are you torturing them?
It seems Julia knows all the famous actors and can talk about them for hours.
I think the best actress for the role of Madame Rubinstein is Vera Alentova. And yes, Moscow does not believe in tears. Since you're just beginning theater goers and I've taken you under my wing, this is our third outing. So all theater goers go and have a little, well, drink before the show. I'm inviting you for tea. By the way, it's a trendy spot, right, Vika? Simak, that's the one. The girls are glamorous, but we're not like that.
We had a great time. But as it turns out, you can't let your guard down anywhere. There's an extra coffee on the bill.
They totally ripped us off at Simak. I'm in shock. I didn't expect this, honestly. I come here on weekends. I didn't expect such a betrayal. Well then, we'll just keep moving to the music from the kitchen. Our bill is almost 20,000. That's how it is. That's how people eat in Moscow. And we're not even full yet. We were just warming up. Actually, it's kind of unfair. I think everyone should be extremely attentive to their customers. It's about service. I mean, even 450 rubles, you still have to earn that. It would be better to send it to the Crystal of Kindness Foundation, for example, those 450 rubles. Yes, let's go. Let me leave a tip then.
But Yulia has no whip, only carrots. And instead of showing dissatisfaction, she gives the staff gifts. A true Russian soul.
Thank you so much, that's very kind.
Thank you very much. Be beautiful and happy. Happy New Year. Thank you. Goodbye. The glamorous life is just starting here, but we're leaving it for the world of theater.
The universe immediately reciprocated. Right at the entrance, Denis Simachev himself was waiting for them.
Can I give you a gift? Go ahead, Eliona. Look at these beautiful things we make. This face wash foam is really great. We have this lovely cream. And if you scan it, these cool guys give you all kinds of advice, yeah. These are our most beautiful sparkles. Can we give you something at least? Of course, of course. Anything you want. Ours is a women's set, obviously, but I think the foam would suit you for washing your face. It keeps your face fresh. You'll be handsome and happy. May I? Sure, thank you. By the way, our friend and colleague Ekaterina recommended it to us today. She told us how Viva La Vika approached Hugh Grant at lunch, and today I approached Denis Simachev. We had lunch with Hugh Grant, and with Denis Simachev, we probably had quite a few drinks. Nevertheless, he found out that there's a brand called Latte Beauty. If you are focused on the result, then to you, basically everyone you need will come on their own, right? Well, now we'll try to break into the theater because, well, we're properly late. Actually, what else was there to expect from us? Friends, this is that rare case when you can see our financial protection. Our team, our financial director, Evgeny, Elena, accounting, Nadezhda, the very same Nadezhda I was talking about. So you see what beautiful girls work besides us. So we're in safe hands, right, Zhenya? Keep an eye on our finances.
Absolutely.
Please approve our spending right now.
Employee motivation is a very important part. That's why actually we've all gathered here.
I've just finished watching the hero sketch.
What can I say? I'll tell you as it is.
Your brother is a genius after all.
What color is it? What shape does it have, perhaps? And where, I ask you, is your comprehensive sales plan?
Rubinstein was an imposter, but she so masterfully mimicked those wealthy ladies. That's what actually causes such delight. And that's where the real main problem lies, because she was a simple girl from a Jewish ghetto near Krakow. She fled, invented a biography for herself, but she was so hardworking, so goal-oriented, so sensitive and absorbing that these very qualities allowed her to make a stunning career. That's why even now, her beauty brand lives on and we still use it today. Where's the head administrator? She left, right?
The performance has come to an end. All that's left is to give the gift to the great actress. Yes. I'll go right now and take it to Vera Valentinovna. Maybe she'll be happy, I hope. And this is note for her. Yes, something. I'm off.
I really wanted to do something nice just before the new year. And I'm very glad that our evening turned out so well today.
In the next episode, we'll go behind the scenes of production to find out how makeup bags are made in Russia. How much does the country-style breakfast on Rubliovka cost, and why we ended up visiting Natalia Bondarchuk.